Hello guys, welcome again to the live stream. I'm sorry, maybe the audio is not the best. Let me test the audio here right now. 1 second. It's because I am not in my PC, actually I am in my laptop, so that's why I'm sorry for the audio. So let me check. 1 second. Okay, so it looks like the audio is not that bad. Okay, so let's start with Bitcoin and weekly close. We have a new close actually this week, and well, first of all, here we have a new indicator here. Please ignore the red band and the green band. Actually, I am backtesting right now this, but the white line actually is the MI55. If you are curious about this indicator, well, this is very simple. The red band is actually the area for selling, and actually the green area is for buying, technically speaking. So, but after I finish my back testing, I will show you, in some point in a couple months. So, okay, let's start here with Bitcoin. We have a new weekly close, and let me show you what we have right now. Bitcoin is about to fire a sell signal this month. I think this is the last week Bitcoin has the chance actually to reverse this sell signal, but I think the probabilities are very, very, very low, and as you can see here. So let me just 1 moment. I'm gonna show here the ADX. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So as you can see here, this is Bitcoin is about to fire a sell signal very, very soon. I think this is the last week. As I said before, Q1 is gonna be. It was a very good month. From January to March, and right now here we are getting ready for a major drop. Now the thing here is like a new lows, Bitcoin to zero, of course. I don't think so actually. I think there is a very good chance Bitcoin will hit again $15,000, $18,000. But as long as it's holding there, it will take months, of course. We will see maybe a potential buy opportunity here. The thing here, like the most important thing right now here is the monthly. In the monthly, technically speaking, we have a buy signal forming here. Let me check the settings here because maybe I changed something here. 1 moment, I'm gonna reset it because I was, yeah, good. Okay, yeah. Technically speaking here, we have a potential buy signal forming right now, as you can see here. Historically speaking, in the past, right, it was very good, yes. But the biggest difference people they are forgetting right now is like in the past, Bitcoin was supported by the MI55 as support. You see here, Bitcoin was holding actually here. If we just do this, it was supported by the MI55. Also here, after the buy signal here, we have again Bitcoin holding the MI55, and also here in this continuation, Bitcoin was holding actually tested the MI55, and again to the moon you want. But right now, for first time after 12 years, Bitcoin actually is not doing the same thing. Actually, Bitcoin maybe is finding support resistance in the with this moving average MI55. So that's why we have to. I will be very careful saying, yeah, buy all in because Bitcoin right now, buy signal monthly to the moon, 1 million easy. Of course, time is very different right now. So the thing here right now, what I want to do here in my case, right, I will wait a couple months. Why? Because we have a weekly potentially sell signal forming right now. So that's why I will be very, very, very careful thinking like, oh yeah, Bitcoin to the moon, accumulation, blah, 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 right? Yes, of course, you buy or you sell, whatever you do, it's your responsibility, not mine. But in my case, this arrow here, I said this arrow like 2 weeks ago, I think, almost 3 weeks ago, I said this is to the downside, you see? So the game is very simple. Closing below $21,000, actually $22,000 one day chart, you will see Bitcoin testing against 17K, and that's it. If Bitcoin breaks 17K, yes, we will start looking for a major correction where the next target should be 10K. But level by level, right now here, as you can see here, Bitcoin has a good chance to set a basement, around this area. This area, as long as Bitcoin is holding this area, technically speaking, well, this should be, right? This should be something like this, right? If you're bullish, something like this. Probabilities, I don't think so. I think that is not going to happen. I think Bitcoin will hit around against 17K. Let's see. Why? Because also we have the 5-day chart. We have the 5-day chart, and what we have here, we have a sell signal here, ADX negative here, so that's why rejection from MA55 in the macro time frames for me is looking for well, correction in a beautiful downtrend. Now let's talk about the 3-day chart. Let me show you the 3-day chart here. Yeah, got rejected here in the top around $25,000. It's MA55 weekly chart. It's still the DX negative here, but as long as Bitcoin is about $22,000, it still has a chance to see a bounce. Now let me show you here the 1-day chart. In 1-day chart, that is the, well, right now for the next 10 days, we don't have a buy signal, not yet, but Bitcoin actually is testing here the MA55 right now, as you can see here, MA55. So as long as Bitcoin is holding this area all this week, of course, the projection should be like this. I am not calling for new highs, of course not. I am saying just we will see potentially a bounce. That's it. It's the only thing I am saying. Yeah, where the first resistance should be around $22,000, 400 around there, and the second one is should be the previous top. So the trend is my friend, and right now, even with this drop in this weekend, Bitcoin didn't change the trend. The only way to change the trend is, I remember, I have to see something like this. I have to see a drop here, breaking the 55 in the bounce here. Yes, in the bounce is gonna be to keep falling. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is just testing the 55. It's not breaking. It's not. Nothing happened here in 1-day chart. Okay, so right now it's too soon to say it, but I will say if Bitcoin is, I can say right now, if Bitcoin holds, maybe two, 3 days more, the 55, you will see a bounce. Okay, please don't watch the price, just the direction. Okay, the direction. I don't say new highs, just maybe to maybe $24,000, and that's it. Okay, because weekly chart naturally is more clear right now. Bitcoin is getting ready for a major correction. So let me continue here. Let's see. Okay, now let's talk about the stock market here. The stock market actually is gonna give us a very good hint what we can expect for for Bitcoin this month. Let me see here. SP 500. Yes, good. Now we have, technically speaking, a buy signal, as you can see here, forming, where I am looking for other test to $4,600, 160. So that means Bitcoin will have a bounce. Now weekly chart here is testing, we have the same signature as before, right? We have a sell signal here, yeah, where the projection is still to the downside. Okay, it's still to the downside, and that's it. Okay, I will not change my projection. Maybe for you it's looking bullish. For me, is we will have to maybe 2 or 3 months to see a real momentum to the upside. And also SP 500 must hold 4,000. I think that is not going to happen. I think Bitcoin, the SP 500 just will crash, keep dropping. It's looking good, yes, but the candle is green, right? But here is clear, ADX negative. There is no power in this move, and also the ADX curve is saying like is to the downside. Okay, so let's continue with with Bitcoin. Someone asked me something very interesting here about Bitcoin and said, hey, so are you thinking do you think Bitcoin will hit maybe new lows or something like that? And I said, I don't think so. The reason is, let me explain. We have a monthly buy signal forming right now here, buy signal, yes. The only way to see Bitcoin like a fake signal, that this signal in monthly, yeah, let me show you this one is if Bitcoin breaks and close actually this month, for example March. The biggest warning for me will be below 20k. Yeah, closing the monthly below here, yes, but the worst is just from here Bitcoin just get rejected and close below 17k. If we see Bitcoin closing this month below 17k, this is gonna be a fake signal, and after that the lowest point you will see around 10k or 9k. So for me the probabilities are very low, honestly. I am not expecting to see Bitcoin new lows. Like 10k. In some point I am expecting to see it, but maybe not this year, I think. So Bitcoin actually is doing very good in the monthly. Now let me show you here the bi-monthly, because we have a new close here, very beautiful bounce as you can see from the M55, but the reality is like Bitcoin right now is in sideways between the top is 25 and the bottom is 16-17,000 dollars. So there is a very good chance we will see potentially this month a test to around M55, yeah, again, sorry, 17k around there. But right now, as long as Bitcoin is holding the M55 in 1-day chart, I am not bearish. Still looking for a bounce, and from there potentially we'll see. I mean, this bounce. Don't get me wrong. This bounce, if we see it, is gonna be a beautiful short opportunity, at least for me. So let me see here. Okay, I think that's it. I mean, the markets. Sorry, I am in my laptop right now, so that's why I am not using my PC right now. That's why if I don't know if the audio is good, but the thing here is like this is like this, right? And I didn't say that yesterday. I mean, like 2-3 weeks. This is like this, okay? So the any close below $22,000 right now, that is the pivot. Game over. Game over in weekly base. Game over, and you will see 17k again. And let's see. The thing here is like if you will see me start calling for 10k if the ADX is turning positive here with this sell signal. If we see that, get ready, because that is gonna be other $20,000 crash. But honestly, I don't think so. Based on probabilities, other test to the basement, yes, the bottom of the range, but there is a very good chance that test is gonna be a buy opportunity. So let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the comments, and that's it, because for Bitcoin is very easy, at least very clean the chart. So let's see. For the Nasdaq, okay, Bebo, hello. Okay, let's see the Nasdaq. Let me see here. One moment. Okay, here. Okay, so for the weekly chart here, okay, this bounce is healthy actually, technically speaking, yes, but as I said before, even we would have to, even you see something like this, the problem with this setup is like there is not enough time. You can see maybe other leg up to maybe to 310 around there, yes, fair enough. But the problem with this setup is like the time, right? The time here is not good. So even with that, I know it's looking strong for you, right? But no, this is like this, okay? Still, why? Because there is no time. That's it. Yeah, there is no time. I will be very bullish if, for example, we have here consolidation, right, for months, 6 months, and we see something like this, right? We have something like this, and after that here, from here to the moon again, right? And the price is still here around 300. Yes, I will be super bullish to the moon, new highs, or whatever. Now the monthly here, the monthly, let me show you the monthly. The monthly we are gonna, okay, the monthly is looking much better actually, I have to say it. Yeah, the monthly is looking much better actually, I have to say it. Yes, let me see. Yeah, with this buy signal potentially forming in March, right now here is just sideways, right, between 315 and 270. So something like this, right? Something like this. But with this buy signal here, if for example in March, as long as the Nasdaq is holding the ME55, this should be like this, right? In the long term, of course. I'm talking about maybe in the next 1 year, one year price action. So it's still holding the ME55. The facts are there, so I cannot say something else. I mean, the facts are there, so the ME55 is holding. So the question is if macro time frames, because I saw this thing here in higher time frames, for example, 3 months chart, where we have the ADX negative here, and we have a clear sell signal here, where the target should be the ME55 around 180. The question is if this year we will see it. Honestly, I think we will not see that. I think just we will see sideways. I am not calling you highs. I think just sideways between this point and maybe leg up to maybe 360. But with the monthly firing buy signal for Bitcoin and the Nasdaq and actually potentially SP 500, for me it's very hard to be bearish in the long term as investor. Remember, as investor, one thing is trading, other thing is investing, right? So for me, because in the moment when I see this buy signal forming, for example, in April, yeah, we could see maybe this week other leg up to maybe to 280 around there, maybe this month, sorry. But for me, all the drops you see, at least in my case, in my perspective, is a buy opportunity for me, right? I know the economy, the inflation, the coronavirus, whatever, everything is bad in the world, right? I don't care. I don't fucking care. Yeah, I know for you it's very important. For me, I don't care. I have a system of trading, and I follow the trade. I follow my system of trading, and my system is telling right now here in the monthly. Potentially, there is a buy opportunity here, and also, yeah, don't mix time frames. Remember, monthly is for one for the next for the next 2 years, I think. But for example, if I show you here the SP 500 here, the SP 500. Let me show you here in the monthly. We have a buy signal still forming here in the monthly. I am bearish? Of course not. In weekly chart, we will see a sell signal. We have a sell signal, same as Bitcoin. What I'm trying to say is this weekly chart potentially is just going to be other retest for the MI55, and after that, continuation to the upside. Do you understand? That is the thing I'm trying to say. So as long as the SP 500 is above the MI55, I am not bearish. Actually, the weekly chart drop I am looking for right now should be a buy opportunity, at least for me. Of course, when I see the buy signal, the monthly. Now, for Bitcoin is different. Why? Because this SP 500 is trading above the MI55 and the Nasdaq is trading above the MI55. But Bitcoin is not doing the same thing. Let me show you here. Bitcoin actually is trading below. Let me just remove this thing. Okay, good. Here's the MI55 here around this area in the monthly. Yeah. So Bitcoin is trading below the MI55. Okay. So do you see the difference? Nasdaq and SP 500, they are trading above the MI55. Looks like they are in accumulation phase. Don't get me wrong, they could be like this all this year, just sideways all this year in accumulation period. But as long as Bitcoin is trading below the MI55, I am not looking for new highs. So if you are thinking, oh yeah, Bitcoin we will have the next bull market this year, I don't think so. I think we will see more sideways this year, something like this. If we have a rally, for example, like this, yeah, to 30k, you will see exactly the same thing that happened in 2019. What? Sideways, and after that big crash again, looking for this area, and after that potentially a bull market again here. The thing here is that the real bull market for me is about to start. Is gonna start next year, not this year. Why? Because, well, we have a major signal right now here for Bitcoin, and let me show you. I know maybe you didn't realize about this, but we have volatility contracting here in the monthly. Let me show you here. We have this one. Every time when Bitcoin is contracting the volatility in the monthly basis, well, we will have at least one year of upside or downside. In this case, for example, volatility contraction here. Contraction here for more than 6 months around there, and after that massive bull run. Here, contraction in all 2019, as you can see here, 2019, yeah, and after that, major run, as you can see here. Now we are starting with this again, this blue volatility. That means all this area price action. I wouldn't be surprised if this year just we see sideways, and that's it in the macro scale. Of course, in the macro scale, maybe $10,000 range, right? Maybe in 1 day chart is, oh my god, bull market, but no, in the monthly maybe it's just sideways. Okay, so we don't, please try to don't mix time frames. Okay, so let's continue. Bitcoin dominance 1 day and weekly chart. Okay, I actually am stopping to watch Bitcoin dominance because it's not moving. It's doing exactly the same thing as before. Let me see here. Yeah, it's in sideways in the monthly. Yeah, actually we are gonna have a sell signal soon. Yeah, potentially like this. If we have a sell signal, potentially we'll see other test to maybe 36%. Technically speaking, it could be a nice run for the altcoins, maybe, yeah. On sell signal in the weekly chart. So this is just accumulation for a long time. I don't have anything to say. Technically speaking, if you see a sell signal here, we should see a bull run for altcoins. Maybe yes. The problem is if Bitcoin is trending to the downside, because if Bitcoin is crashing, you will not see that. You will not see that. On the chart here, we have here a buy signal potentially forming right now. So this is like this. In the next 10 days, I am looking for like this, something like this. Maybe the last leg up in one day chart, and after that correction. And that's it. Okay, so let's continue with the comments. Let me see. Yes, Bebo, I will be careful with your shorts right now here, because you have to manage your risk, right? You were in profit maybe for 2 weeks. You should stop. You should use stop loss, right? Always. Still long time in the month. Long. Okay. Can you look today and one? Okay. I think for Nasdaq, I think you said, right? Let me see. Risk management is the most. Okay. You were in profit, Bebo, I think maybe a couple of weeks. What happened with your stop losses? You have to manage your risk, right? So the thing here is like into the chart is looking very good. The Nasdaq is like this. Is like this, okay, in one day chart. Into the chart, let me see here. One moment. Even with the sell signal here, remember this could be just sideways or downside, right? Looks like is sideways here. Looks like the Nasdaq is gonna enter in consolidation here. At least, yeah. 3-day chart, I am not looking for new highs. I actually am looking just for sideways. And after, when you see the signal in 3-day chart, that means in the next 2 weeks, I think, potentially you will see a continuation to the downside. But remember, with the monthly like this, and as long as it's trading above the MA55, for me, it's very hard to be bearish. Actually, I'm not saying bullish 100%, no, but yes, I think right now the direction is to the upside. The direction is to the upside. Now let's talk about Bitcoin in 4-hour chart, because I think now is because actually I'm looking for position right now. I'm looking for position. Of course, there is no position right now here for me, because it's about to test the line here and it's not bouncing. So that means here, in my experience, right? In my experience, potentially you see sideways here because it's the M55, and after that other leg down here, killing the longs here on the M55, and from there we will see a bullish divergence forming here. Bullish divergence, and that is the setup I'm looking for, and from there to the upside. Okay, that is the setup I'm looking for. I am not saying that is gonna happen. Just is the thing is I am looking for this setup potentially based on my experience, because I know market makers, they like to just play with the kids. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. Risk management is the most Bebo. If I will be you with this technical analysis, I will just close my shorts and I will wait for the next pullback, not crash, just pullback. If I see a pullback, we have a monthly buy signal, is to the upside. That's it. I don't care the fucking economy, the news, whatever. No, the system is saying it's to the upside. That's it. Okay, and I will just manage my risk. Actually, I'm doing that. So that's it. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching. This live stream was very short, but I think I try to be like very like to the point, you know, like talking about the topics. And also I have some personal things to do, now we'll have more time, so see you in the Discord. And also and I have the video, the long-term, I recorded yesterday actually the video for the long term, and I'm gonna upload this video later today. Okay, thank you for watching, guys, and see you